incredible atmosphere in Thomond Park. You can tell just by the crowd how much it really means, not only to the city but to the province. Tell us a little bit about what it means to the team to get this trophy over the line.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge for everybody. For the team, it's massively important. You know, there's been, I suppose, a lot of near misses. And you know, I know it's been well documented, likes of Keith Earls, Conor Murray, Stephen Archer. You know, lads have been around for a while, lost a few finals, have given so much to the cause, so much to the jersey, and just delighted for those. And also, you know, and I know it's been mentioned as well, for the younger lads to get taste of this, you know, and I suppose try and kick on.
Yeah, absolutely, because it does feel, obviously, it's brilliant for those players to win a trophy because they've absolutely justified it, but it doesn't feel like the end of a journey. Like there's so much youth and talent in this team. This could be the first of many trophies.
Absolutely, and we saw some of that. You know, we had, I suppose, a difficult enough start at the year with a couple of injuries. Some young guys got their opportunities, took their opportunities, showed what they were about, and that creates competition. I think that's something that you know, Graham would have pushed an awful lot during the season. We knew we needed to get more competition, more depth within each position, and I think, you know, I suppose it was summed up when it came to the selection of the team for the final, which was very hard. Some players that have played a lot of rugby during the year, have played a lot of rugby over the last number of years, like Jack Crowley, Rory Scanlon, these guys, you know, that they didn't even get into the 23. So look, in terms of depth where we're going, young players coming through, we're in a good place. Yeah, and look, there's still a lot of work to be done, as we know. It's our first year as coaches coming in, but look, as we say, we're delighted to get our hands on the trophy and look forward to next season.
I don't want to single out just one player because, as you said, there's loads of young players coming through. But one player that has really grown in the semi-finals and final is Jack Crowley. His performance was brilliant on Saturday. Just tell me about how much you've seen him grow this season.
Yeah, hugely. Jack is a really talented guy. He's very calm, as we can see as well on the pitch, which is something that really stands to him for his decision making in terms of even in the semi-final, the drop goal. And he's a guy that, you know, players respect an awful lot. For a young guy, it's his first season playing, I suppose, regular rugby. I think you know, during the year he played a lot of 12 as well, a bit at 15 to give him appreciation. And you know, over the last couple of weeks he's been outstanding. He's stood up like a senior player. And look, there's a huge future. The ceiling is really, really high for Jack. And I'm just really, really happy for the guy.
Just from your own point of view, the style of play you've been trying to instill in this team this season is quite different from the old regime. And it was a bit of a slow start, but it's really coming to fruition. Like the end of the Leinster game, to play it out from your own try line to the line, to not go for the corner on Saturday, to keep playing, and get the try and win you the game. How pleasing is that for you?
Yeah, as I alluded to earlier, I suppose the start was challenging. We were changing how we wanted to play, or I suppose our philosophy. There was a new framework put in, and you know, that takes time, and you're trying to, I suppose, in terms of skills wise, decision making, you know, it's not just going to happen overnight. I remember saying it, a bit of a cliche of Rome wasn't built in a day, but we could see it, and I know Graham alluded to it in a couple of interviews a couple of months into the season, that we could see it through training. We up to how we train in terms of the speed, the intensity, and I think gradually you could see that. And I know the South African game was probably a game that you know, kicked us on, and with a very good patch of, I think it was 13 victories out of 16 games, 3 narrow losses. So you build confidence through that, and you could see it within our skill level, our decision making, our fitness. Things were on the right track, you know, and I suppose we probably kept the best for last. You know, Graham has said it as well. We were, you know, I suppose we had a lot of travel done. We were a lot of miles under us, and you could see we were a tight, very, very tight group. Come one season, you could see how tight we were in those last couple of games, and those last couple of moments where we needed the lads to stand up. And I think, you know what, we spoke earlier about the depth. I think the bench coming on over the last number of months has really made an impact, and the game has gone that way. It's a 23 man and more even in terms of squad. So the more we can keep pushing that competitiveness, I think, you know, the bar is pushed and guys' performances become better.
Absolutely. Last point, you're talking about the amount of travel you did. You played your last 6 games away from home. I think 3 of them were in South Africa. That is really difficult, but it seems like it has built up a huge amount of mental resilience within the squad. I was chatting to Peter O'Mahony about it on Friday. How important is that to reward that with the trophy at the end of the season to kick you on again for next year?
Yeah, I suppose, look, it's sport, and sport can be cruel at times, and you know, with 10 minutes to go there, you were looking at. But we as a coaching staff, I suppose, what happened the previous week with Jack dropping, 2 weeks ago with Jack dropping the goal, and we've been in tight games, we've come out and we went to that, and the players do as well, with huge belief, and I think that was showed on how we finished the last number of games in terms of going for it and being brave, you know. And we speak about it being brave, but being brave within your framework, not being loose. And I think, you know, it's a credit to the players, and as I said, the impact the guys made when they came off the bench as well. So very, very pleasing, and just a good year for the province. You can see what it means to people here, both fans, staff, players, everything. I think it's a big day, and we need to enjoy this.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thanks a million.